Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Popping up. Popping up for this full moon. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time, welcome. So glad to see you. Wait on a few of you to get the notifications that I am here. And we're going to do a pull of some cards and have a little bit of a conversation about this full moon. I'm going to pull some cards for you, some cards to inspire you, and for us to all get into the reset. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Q. Hi, Muriel. Welcome, 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 welcome. Happy end of July. We're at our end of July, so welcome. And I hope that you are having time to set with yourself for this end of the month, okay? And also, we're moving into tomorrow, our full moon in bloom. So welcome. If you're in the chat here or you're here present in the live, would you please make sure that you take the time and hit the like button, please, so everybody will know that we're here in the algorithm. And that's a due diligence for me. Okay, that's for me. If you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it. To hit the like button and hit the like button, okay, and then put in there full moon, August the 1st. Okay, if you could do that as well, that would be great. Okay, so take time, Muriel. If you can put the website, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. If you can put the website up for me, Muriel, I'd appreciate that, and it'll mean a lot to me, okay, and our community here. So we're in our full moon in Aquarius. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We do have quite a few in the room, so go on ahead and hit the likes, please, so we can get started, and those that know that we're here. Also, if you catch me on the replay, by all means, so on the replay with Rihanna, turn me up. Okay, so let's turn it up on this replay. All right, I'm so grateful to be here. There is a full moon video that is coming up on the channel here, so stay tuned for that. It's very detailed for you to work with this energy and so much more. We do have a full moon altar visual cord cutting ceremony that is going on the altar visual, our community altar visual that I do on my altar for you, okay? And it's $15.99 per candle per intention. We all have something that we can release and detach with this full moon. Aquarius energy is a very aloof and detached energy, and so it gives us a firm conversion. With 6 months ago, we had the new moon January the 21st in Aquarius, and now it's 6 months later that we're now here into our full moon. Okay, so we're live, so if you hear the puppy crying and screaming, we know that we're live. So hopefully you can hear me well. Okay, let me know if for some reason I is something going on, but make sure that you can hear me live. So move right along. 6 months from January the 21st, our new moon in Aquarius, and now we're at a new moon, a full moon that is giving us 6 months to build up social relationships and different things like that Aquarius is here to teach us, okay? There's always lessons that come in for us to grow, even though they're uncomfortable. There's been a lot of lessons over the past 6 months. You can comment if you've had some lessons. They may not be as difficult as others, but whatever they are, those challenges, they come. They come. And the thing about challenges, and something I was reflecting about today as I was setting up the video for our full moon video that's up on the channel now, and reflecting on these past 6 months, it's something that I've seen some things that have I have learned, you know, not that I was asking for those lessons to be learned, but you know, we're here for lessons. You know, we are definitely here for lessons as individuals. Okay, and there's so many different lessons, and I do think in the times that we're being presented with, the times that we're being presented with is a time of trusting not in what we're used to or what we may have thought that we're supposed to trust in, but ultimately trusting in what we believe. And sometimes trusting in what we may believe for ourselves in an individual place, sometimes those trust areas are challenged as well to grow us at times. And that's something, let me know if that's something that you are experiencing. But trusting in things that aren't, let me just put it like this, and you let me know in the comments live. I know that maybe you guys are past this. I don't know. It seems for me, I'm always learned something. It may be something I've already know, but it's something that steps me up a little more. So, we're mainly raised, and yes, trust is constant work in me. Yes. Thank you for sharing, Miriam. So, one of the things that we live in, and maybe you've overcame this area, but we live in is a capitalistic system here in the United States, and most major countries live in a capitalistic world. Okay, so during learning about ourself, I'll speak for me. Maybe this you have this, learning this or not. We all in different phases, but learning and being in a capitalistic society is always grooming us or rearranging us if we're individually learning about trusting in ourselves, trusting in our higher understanding, and those understandings even get more built upon as one area is debunked and another area is stepped up. And that goes along with our spiritual growth. We are spiritual beings. We are souls. Okay, souls that are limitless. We're only captivated within this earth suit to be able to move within this earth suit. I hope you're following along with what I'm saying, if you're still here in the live or catch it on a replay. But in saying that, sometimes in living in this earth suit, we have emotional experiences that we're taken through to grow us, to be maybe more sensitive to or less to. And then we have those in different seasons that come for a season. We may know them for years. And then one day they transition on. They pass from this physical body and they're free to their next expansion. Okay? So those are sometimes seasons. And then there are seasons where people have children or animals or different things that are very close to them. And then those people transition, and then we learn a challenge for that. There's different people that come in our lives, and then they pass out of our lives as their opportunities to develop our social balance in our lives or our emotional stances. I'll use this as an example, another example. Those that's been here in the North Node community for quite some time, welcome everybody. You may know Morgan. That's part of our North Node tribe, Morgan. And so Morgan was one of our beacons of light in our North Node community that transitioned from this life into her expansion last summer. Okay, and those of us that knew her personally, and welcome to the channel if you knew. For me, I make it a long story. I won't get into full detail, but I had to go through my experience with knowing that she was transitioned on. Okay, so we all have our grief patterns. Some people don't understand different grief patterns. Some do, some don't. I do offer spiritual counseling to bridge people through grief, and grief It's different ways. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a person that's passed on from this life into their next expansion, but it can just be grief from one shifting to a next. And how do we move into the next grief with a slither of our emotion and our heart being cut loose and then being stitched together again. Welcome to the full moon in Aquarius, detached energy. I'm in it now. As they say, I feel my help coming on. Okay. So in that, I hope that knowing that your heart has little slithers in them or cuts and pieces in them that help us to expand, to growing into other relationships and being part of learning someone new or gaining them back into our life or releasing them to bring back forgiveness in your life. One of the key elements, no matter what this society says, or no matter how we may have a revenge in our energy and how we may bump against it not to do, but one of the perfect elements in your life is the spirit of forgiveness. Type that in the chat. It is a fruit of the spirit, part of each and every one of us. Whether we want to acknowledge it or not, we must go through the energy of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not a feeling, but sometimes it is a overwhelming obstacle to understand if you should or should you not, and how will it affect you in your long-term life expansion on your pathway. That is a word of forgiveness. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for bringing it to the people that will hear this message. We're grateful today that whatever this energy is speaking to us, with detaching the energy, going through the forgiveness energy of the full moon in Aquarius, it is detachment energy of forgiveness. Some of you need to forgive. You need to forgive. Put it in the chat. Forgive today. Forgive today. It will change your life. It will change your life. To move to the next heightness of each and every one of us, we must bring in forgiveness. We must do that. Okay? Detachment energy of forgiveness. Thank you, Tawanda. Welcome. Yep. So with the full moon in Aquarius and the high vibes that it's bringing in is forgiving. Full moon is all about release. But release is not possible unless you forgive. The inner child in us, the most aspect of the inner child is they know nothing. They don't know whether if it's bad or good. They don't know whether not to forgive or not, because these things are learned through an experience of hurt. And if you've been on this earth long enough, you will hurt in some kind of way. In some kind of way. It may be a death, physical death. It may be a loss of finances, a loss in job, a loss of a partner or in a relationship, a loss in not understanding your parents, not training you well, and holding anger and unforgiveness against them. It's something that is in every last one of us that always bring us back to the full moons that come in to bring about the leveling up of the water and to release so that we can release and forgive. Forgive is giving back into the earth. It's giving back into the community. It's giving back into your nucleus. It's giving back into the neural pathways of your brain that get the synapse. See, some people hold a lot of anxiousness, a lot of anxiety, because they have a concern so much of the unknown. And some of those things just come through powered up anger to not be able to forgive. So that's what the full moon energy is part of it about? Check out the video because there's some questions in there. I hope that those that will hear this video and those that are taking the time to be here in the live, it will help you. I'm being myself, and this is who I am. You know, we all are challenged in this area. I know I certainly am. No cap. It's something that we have to work on if you want to grow. Or you take it to your expansion on the other side. And certainly we don't want to carry that. The reason why is nobody will remember you in a right way when you die. The worst thing is to die and don't give back to somewhere or some people. The worst thing is to die and not have some kind of legacy. And it's not all about money and those things, but a legacy of love and forgiveness and teaching someone, being in communities with some people. That's what the North Node is all about. Thank you, Miriam. It's all about that. And the North Node is not just bleeding on each other. The North Node is about building one another. And bleeding on people is like, I'm cutting, I'm hurting, I don't know how to say anything but vomit all over them. Maybe somebody needs you to give them something, a word of encouragement. Everybody needs to be encouraged. Everybody. So let's see what the Spirit has to say through some of the vibrational information that wants to come through the Oracle deck of today. Check out the video because it's up, and join the cord cutting detachment altar, community altar that is up if you choose, if it's for you at this time, or do your own. Okay, so what do you have to say to the community about this? Look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. Now, the bigger picture has a lot to do with the new avenues and the new opportunities that are coming to you. Some of you have been setting up in your intentions and wanting that to come to you. But just get ready for that. I know many of you probably have heard, get ready, get ready, get ready. But yeah, get ready, because there's seasons when it does that. So get ready for the new avenues and the new opportunities that are coming to each and every one of you. Be in expectation for them. Yes, I know expectation sometimes is hard to be in the energy of expectation, especially when you've been let down. You know, I've been let down in things. I know you certainly have been let down in things. But the reset and the regroup is here for the Aquarius full moon to get back into the energy of expectations. Expectations don't have to be huge. They can be small steps of expectancy. Small steps. Okay? And then we have believe in the impossible. Oh, thank you, Spirit. These vibe is coming through. Vibe of inspiration. Spirit is definitely letting us know through this Aquarius full moon to do what? Believe in the impossible. Believe in the impossible. Because it's possible for you. Make sure your belief in the impossible suits you and not suits for other people. See, don't believe for, what society say or what you're watching or what you're being influenced over your life or what influences are coming through to believe in the possible. Know what the impossible is for you. Because our society put up a lot of falseness, but what's possible. A lot of capitalistic purchases or this, that, and the third. That really at the end of the day, once you buy it, the thrill is gone. Or once you get into the relationship, that thrill shouldn't be gone because you believed for the impossible to be possible. Okay? So know when you're believing for the impossible that impossible is truly your intentions and not influenced by others. So make sure you're journaling that. And then we have don't let pride get in your way. Don't let pride get in your way. This is all about this Leo season and it being connected with full moon in Aquarius is in Leo season, and then we have Venus in retrograde in Leo. Okay, and so if you understand astrology, the science of it, you know these things all come in combination to help us. Hey there, Tanisha. Welcome everybody. Hey Muriel, Tawanda, Q. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. So don't let pride get in your way. I see you, Tawanda. Say that's, oh boy. Yeah, so you have to get back, settle down, and get out of what? Ego. But you know, Leo has a great spark to bring out that surge of your heart, you know, to get it in. You know, to don't let pride get in your way. Muster up all of you inside of you, all that's within you to do what? Get pride out the way, write it out, Pridi, scratch it out, and get out of your way and get it in. And get it in. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay? So that's all I have to say. The full moon, I dropped it. The full moon video is up. Okay? Also, yes, and welcome to Wanda. It's so good to see you guys. Muriel, Tanisha, Q. It's so good to see the North Node community. It's wonderful for the new family that will come in. Make sure that you are doing the work for yourself. Make sure that you're not on a repeat. You know, make sure. We've been here now, what? Going on 6 years officially. Yeah. But officially really kicking us off back in about 2018, 2019. And so we've been having some long conversations with one another that's been here from conception on YouTube, and those that have been with me way before we've been on YouTube. There's people that come here that know me for years and years and years, and being a medium and a psychic and working in the practice of my spirituality. Been knowing me for years. Yes, the one has been hanging, my kitchen practitioners. And all of you have, you know, Muriel, Tawana, and those that I may not call out your names, Q, that have been here in classes with me, been here when we, you know, I'm just grateful for each and every one of you for us being here together. One, we're alive and above ground. So we got stuff to do. We still got stuff to do. You know, it's such a pleasure. And, you know, thank you for hanging with me. And I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate your energy. I appreciate your prayers. I appreciate every single one of you. You know, make sure that you're on Patreon as well, because there's pick a card readings that are up there, that are going up there on a consistent basis. And so much more. So make sure that you get in contact with me for your personalized readings. Some of you are way past due. Okay, some of you are way past due getting some overview and some understanding. And contact me for your spiritual counseling as well. Those are very important to our individual growth. I'll see y'all later. Have a wonderful full moon in Aquarius. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being with me for the past 6 years here on YouTube. Some of you have been with me for ages, past this inner life, but in our prior lifetime, we've all met before in some kind of way, because we've crossed paths here. So I love y'all very much. Continue to grow and go as you need to, and me too. I'll see y'all later.